877-2667. Merry Christmas and God bless.
This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmidt, bringing stories that are important to our community in and around Ocala. Plus, of course, a splash of sports as well. Now, here's your host, Tom.
Welcome to hour number 2 of Ocala Talks on Christmas Eve. That's right, we're in studio live for Christmas Eve at WOCA, right off the runway at the Ocala International Airport in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida. And we're joined this morning by a board member from the Young Professionals of Ocala. Lauren Weathers is with us. Lauren, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tom.
Tell us what Young Professionals of Ocala is, please.
Young Professionals of Ocala is a organization that gets together to network together anybody under the age of 40. It is a membership drive group, so you do have to join.
So you're haters is what you're saying. You hate people my age. You're haters.
Well, we did have to set a limit, you know, considering that it is said to be young.
Yeah, but the 55 is the new 35.
Is it, though?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Mm-mm.
So it's a networking group, kind of like the Stiletto group that Susan's involved with and everything. But it's young professionals under the age of 40, people that are small business owners, but it's also people working banks, lawyers' offices. It's all kind of genres of work.
Anybody that needs to network and needs a community that is in their like age range.
Because you speak the same language a lot of times.
A lot of the times, yeah, because sometimes it gets confusing to the older individuals.
Believe me, I know. Believe me, I know. So how many people are in this group?
Ooh, I want to say at least 40.
At least 40. So it's a very large group then.
It is. There are, of course, only select board members. I believe that there are 12 of us, I think.
And do y'all meet weekly, monthly?
Board members meet quarterly. We do have, like large chat groups and everything like that are associated with us. And then the YPO meets, we meet every month at least, 2 or 3 times a month. We do have a YPO, which is, I believe it's the last Thursday of the month, and that's over at the Keep downtown.
And so you do mixers throughout the month then?
Correct.
Oh, very good. And it's open for anybody under the age of 40.
Correct.
That wants to network with other young professionals like yourself.
Yes, and they get all the benefits of the Chamber of Commerce and Economic Partnership.
So it is a networking group of the CEP then?
Correct. Yes.
Oh yeah, just like almost exactly like the Stiletto group, except young professionals instead of a bunch of women in high heels.
I actually don't know much about the Stilettos group. I've never been a part of it.
Believe me, it's a bunch of women in high heels.
I don't wear heels.
You got a high heel keychain, didn't you?
I did.
So what is the classification like you're a board member? What was your availability to get in? Oh, that's right. You're our dog sitter.
I am.
You own a dog sitter. You own a pet sitting business, don't you?
I do. I do own a pet sitting business. I've been doing it for a while now. It's it's been my thing. It's been my jam for a while.
Helps me go on vacation. That's all I know.
Well, she's been watching Milo over 2 years.
Yeah.
Watch him do backflips, cartwheels.
Yeah.
Well, I guess 3 years, really.
Yeah. I guess.
So is this a predominantly female-dominated thing? Is it a male-dominated thing? Is it a good mix of both?
The dogs or the YPO?
The YPO. The dogs are all male. All 4 of them.
It's very mixed. There is no, limit in either direction. We have quite the melting pot.
And I guess you probably do some community building stuff too while you're together. It's not just getting together and having wine. You'll actually do community endeavors and that stuff.
We do. I know that our gala that'll come up at the end of, I believe, mid next year to end of next year will be something that does raise money for some form of fundraiser. I don't believe it's been quite decided yet, but it definitely will be. I know that there is also a cleanup that has been associated with it that I did mention in our boardroom about, and I'm sure that there are other definitely outreach programs that'll be coming up.
How's the pandemic affected the networking groups?
It has significantly diminished the people that want to come out, the individuals that want to network and outreach to the rest of the community. Of course, there's fear associated with it, but here in Ocala, I know that we like to stand tall, and we of course want to stay safe, but at the same time, we still want to get our word out.
It came out today that the second largest positive cases in the history of Florida happened yesterday. 28,000 positive cases announced yesterday.
That's
the
crazy.
second biggest day ever. But hospitalizations haven't it creeped up at all.
That's
You know,
Yeah, I wonder how that data's collected.
you know.
I do as well, but
But you're right. There's a lot of fear associated with it.
there definitely is.
So, explain to people why networking for small business is so effective and so needed.
So a lot of the times what we get our business from is the referral system. And word of mouth here in Ocala especially, everybody knows everybody. And if you don't have that spread of your name, you're not going to get anywhere when it comes to a town like this where everybody does indeed know everybody. Because if you're not a common name, you become nothing.
Well, I know that for word of mouth reasons, I know that we've referred you
Several
4 or 5
times.
times
Oh, yeah.
for people for pet sitting and everything, and that's the best. Susan's best form of advertising is people telling about just shipped.
Oh, yeah.
Instead, it's we do a great job advertising here on the radio, but it's a partnership with word of mouth. Word of mouth is a great avenue to advertise, and that's why that's the big deal about networking groups is it gives people face-to-face time to get names out there.
Yes, exactly. Hand out cards, shake hands, kiss the babies, that type of stuff.
What happens if the dingo ate your baby?
The dingo.
That's called a callback right there, folks. For those of you who do not know comedy, that was a callback to the dingo.
Full circle.
Full circle. So, what is the age? It's under 40,
Correct.
but is there an age group? Do you have to be over like 25? Do you have to be over 21? Is there too young to be a young professional?
That's a good question. I haven't actually encountered anybody that's in their teens.
Right.
Of course.
Because there are some entrepreneurs that are 17, 18, 19 years old.
Oh, of course. Now, if their parents let them out past midnight, I'm not sure. But
Oh, yeah.
most networking, anything that happens is right after work, usually about 5:30, and it ends maybe at 9, at the most.
I was at the Power Plant Business Incubator for 4 years with my company, Brick City Creative Group, and in that time, I learned that there is no age on entrepreneurship. One of the best entrepreneurs I met was a 10th grader at Westport High School.
Oh.
Yeah, he's one of the best entrepreneurial minds that I've met in my 4 years at the Power Plant Business Incubator, and he was in the 10th grade at Westport.
Is that the tech kid?
Yeah, button down, tie and everything. Oh, he had it going on.
Oh, yeah.
Kid knew what he was doing. Then there was Gabe. Gabe was another kid that was there. He was 17, 18 years old. He wrote a class on how to deal with something with Apple had done, and he wrote a class to teach you how to do it better than Apple did, and it got picked up. And
Oh, that's cool.
then he made, quite a bit of money. That Power Plant Business Incubator, a lot of businesses have been incubated there that have made it into the big time. There's a 3D printing company that came out of the Power Plant Business Incubator that now makes all the batting helmets for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so, right here in Ocala, all the Los Angeles Dodgers batting helmets are made from a small business. And that's the lifeline of these network groups, are small businesses.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sometimes the big banks get involved with networking groups and everything, but really, because of word of mouth, it really is a boon for small businesses to have networking.
It is, significantly.
And there's lots of different networking groups, but the CEP offers, the reason I like some of the CEP networking groups, is they offer these networking groups for free or next to free. It doesn't cost. There's some networking groups out there you pay $700-800 a year for.
Oh, that's definitely true. Yeah.
And then if you miss 3 days, they kick you out and keep your money.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? So
Yeah.
not all the networking groups offered by the CEP are free, but most of them are not cost prohibitive.
Definitely. I believe membership is $75. Don't quote me on that. Pretty sure though. It's definitely under $100. Whereas, some
of the other ones are $700, $800, $900 to join.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't have any direct restrictions, like you don't have to come to a certain number of meetings because we are busy. We are growing our businesses.
Well, you're young professionals.
And, some of us are also even going to school and whatnot. So we don't have time to go to every single thing that we have. We're invited to everything the CEP does and also the YPO does.
Right.
So there's so many events that we could potentially go to that there's just no way that we could say, oh, well, I'm going to miss 4 this month and we'll still be okay. We'll still have another 7.
Yeah, because with the YPO, then you could, if you get invited to everything the CEP does too, you got exceptional breakfasts, you got the TED Talks, you got the business after hours, you got the equine initiative stuff. There's all kind of stuff you can go do
so much.
just for the CEP.
Yeah.
On top of what you guys do as the YPO group.
Yeah.
And I know y'all do fun outings too. I've seen you at the bowling alley before. I know there was a roller skating night one time.
Yeah, that was our last gala, and then we just did our ugly sweater competition thing over at Mojo's. So that was fun.
Who won that?
Callie and her friend, we call them the twins, and it was a screen print of a meme. They've repeatedly used the same sweater for the last 3 years.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And usually that takes place on a Thursday at Mojo's, and usually it's on the porch outside, and usually because inside is trivia. Oh yeah, never mind.
Well, YPO did go to Trivia at Cucumber
They
last
did.
year.
They did.
Oh.
YPO came to Trivia at Cucumber. Yeah.
Okay. I don't
They
know.
used to do their party on the porch at Mojo's, and I was doing trivia, and so we're gonna do trivia at Mojo's. Anyway, we got to take a break. Thanks for being here this morning.
You're welcome.
You can hang out with us if you want to,
I can do that.
unless you got anything else to do.
No, not yet.
I mean, our dogs do need to go out and stuff.
I do have 2 different groups of dogs to check on, but not until noon. We're good.
We'll be right back after this short timeout. You're listening to Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Buffett. Save the Manatee Club has helped to protect imperiled manatees and their aquatic habitat for decades, but there's still more work to be done. Threats from cold weather, red tides, pollution, and boat collisions continue to take their toll on the manatee. So let's work together